Well, that was really productive day, almost 12-hour-ish shift, let's say, in the house, but I'm really happy about the progress. But that's not the topic today, although I'll show you a quick montage of the progress that I've done upstairs this time. But what I want to talk to you in this video is something that arrived this morning on the pallet, and it's not a lathe. Hopefully you remember a few videos back when I was visiting NEUREITER shop in Austria, in Kuchen. I was demonstrating there for 2 days. In the opening shot of that video I shown sort of a stand with a lot of woods. And that stand was from Wimmer Holz, a sawmill in Kuchen as well. And I reached out to them. We exchanged a few emails back and forth. And by this chance, I want to thank you, Marc, from Wimmer Holz, for making this possible. When it comes to timber, I'm actually quite picky. And usually I don't like to order, let's say, on blind. However, I had full trust in this company because of something that I've seen on that stand, and there is a lot of the quality timber without too much cracks or anything, and they provide that for woodturners as well. So I was quite delighted to see that, and like I said, I reached out to them and we exchanged a few emails, and this is what I got here. What I have here are really top-notch, I would say first class of maple and ash slabs here. Both of them are around 80 mil thickness, actually slightly more than that. And in total per species, so I have one slab of 4 meter long cut into 4 sections, so easier for transport, and also ash same length, around 4 meters, and also per my request 2 extra wide pieces, which are, I believe, here somewhere, and I'll show you that in a minute as well and explain what these are for. Now I always like to have dry slabs like these in stock. Let's say you never know what kind of order can come in, so I always love to have stuff like that, especially in 80 mil thickness. Now in Croatia usually you would find a beech in 80 mil thickness and pine and stuff like that, but some of the hardwoods are really hard to find. Mostly those will be some like countryside sawmills, but they are usually quite wet or not properly dried and quite expensive. So now I do apologize if my voice broke from time to time throughout the video. Again, it was a really long day. The last 10 days were really long, but I still need to get these in what I call machine room, where my bandsaw is, and ruffle bows, and where I have other slabs as well. So I need to find a place for these. I like to keep them in the shop so they can acclimate properly with sort of conditions that I'm turning in. That's what I like, at least. Now, hopefully you should be able to see as much of the grain as possible, but these are really tight grain pieces, so really top-notch maple. And just flip it over. A little bit of dirt on this side, but just to double check the thickness. $80 mil, 81, 80 mil. So that's first slab. Now this one here is slightly longer. Like I said, these are 4 meters long slabs, but more precisely these are 4.1, 4.2. They always give a little extra for cracks or anything on the end. So this is really nice and wide slab. Now this is probably the first blemish that I've seen on these slabs. This one is close to the end. Like I said, I would categorize this maple slab that I have here as a first class. On this end, the widest part is 45 centimeters, 450 mil. On this end, it's 43 centimeters. So really nice and wide slab. But what is more importantly to me, and that is that these don't have too much cracks or anything like that. So these are really, like I said, top-notch pieces. Let's flip it over. So we have a bark left over here, but this is actually a little wider piece as well. Let's see here, 48 centimeters, so a really wide piece. And as you can see on this side, hardly any blemishes. This is small discoloration here. When I get usually maple slabs, I like to go on the end grain and see if there is any silica traces. That silica thing will dull your tools extremely fast, and luckily on this 4 slabs I don't see any, so that's good news. So these are these extra wide pieces. Like I said, towards the end I'm going to explain what these are for. And now we come to ash slab. So this one is, let's see, these 3 on below are from same slab. This isn't. So this is some extra chunk. This one is quite cupped, but that doesn't matter. It does have a big split through the middle, but the sides here are, this one is quarter sawn, which is great, and this one is almost quarter sawn. So this one, you can see on this side, has a nice discoloration as well. So really nice tight grain, really nice stuff. And finally we get to these 3 slabs here. Flip it over. Okay. And finally we get to these last 3 slabs. Again, this is and finally we get to these 3 slabs, and these are, just to check on this one as well, yeah, these are all 3 pure quarter sawn. And where is my tape measure? For quarter sawn pieces, I mean, you can make pretty much everything that you, or anything that you like, but quarter sawn is actually quite good for thinner pieces because it doesn't warp as much. It's actually the most stable part of the log, and this is actually really good size, almost 10 inches, 250 mil, 25 centimeters, and that's really good size for plates, dinner plates. And you can get, let's say, 3 blanks from this one thickness. So when I was doing a lot of sets, dinner sets, like a dinner plate and a small breakfast bowl, these kind of slabs were for me the most not used, but the most effective way or efficient way to process lumber. So I would get 3 either square dishes or round dishes, so plates, so 3 plates from one thickness here, and then I would get 2 or 3, depending on the width of the slab, bowls, breakfast bowls. So that was a great sort of use of material for me, at least. And again, I like to have thicker slabs, then I can thin it down if I need to, cut it on the bandsaw and use the offcut for something else. rather than have like 2-inch slabs, 50 mil or smaller. Then you have to glue it up, and whenever you have to glue something together for utilitarian stuff, I'm not so much keen on that. So that's one slab, so really nice. Let's see this one. This is slightly narrower. Actually, it's a little bit more cleaner, I would say, but it is slightly narrower, but not by much, 240 mil, so 10 mil and narrower. So, but again, quarters on, and just double check the thickness, 82 mil, so really nice and healthy, what I like to call healthy thickness. Now on this slab, I have a little bit more cracks on this end here, but this end looks healthy. So here, and from this point on, this is nice and clear, and up to this crack here, which maybe doesn't go all the way. Let's see on the side here. Up. Okay, I have a crack here as well. Let's see the end grain on this side. Okay, so this slab is not the most usable, but nevertheless, when I cut away these cracks here, I should have 230 mil wide slab, which is again really nice. So now let's see the two extra small but wide pieces here and what these are for. What I want to do for a video, since I got the big VL300 from VICMARC lathe, so it has a 600 mil diameter capacity over the bed. This is not completely maxing out the lathe, but quite close. So this one is 470 mil. I actually have one slab that is slightly wider at one point, so I might use that one as well. But this one is 490 mil wide, so this might be a good candidate for the video. So almost close to maxing out a lathe. So on the video I'm going to show you how I turn extra big pieces, and that should be really interesting as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I said I'm going to talk about price as well. So I ordered these, like I said, directly from Wimmer Holz sawmill in Kuchen in Austria, and with shipping it cost me 490 euros. So actually that's pretty close price to what I would pay, let's say, in Croatia, if I could find something like this. Now, beech is quite available or widely available here in Croatia, and it's easy to find in 80 mil thickness, but I don't like always turn just beech. I like to have variety, and especially maple, ash, these are actually quite sought after timbers. A lot of the customers like these, and maple, it has just, it's sort of it's white in color but has a lot of warmth, at least to me. And ash is actually one of my favorite timbers to turn and to look at, let's say, as well. Now, I'm not sure if this is a viable option for you as well, but like I said, I always like to have few slabs on hand. You never know what kind of order might come in, so maybe I need to do a set of, I don't know, 6 dinner plates, 6 bowls, breakfast bowls that go with them, or something like that. And I like to have timber on stock, already sort of acclimated to these conditions in my shop, and these have less tendency to warp as I thin it down, and they stay a little bit more true to their original shape. So that's at least for me. And I know it can be costly thing to buy lumber up front, but again, that's something that I actually prefer, and then I can offer, when I have an order, I can offer maybe maple or ash, or I have few 2-inch chestnut slabs as well, so I have a little bit of variety as well. And actually I'm looking forward to see some other stuff that Wimmer might have as well. Now I know that this option may not be for everybody, and I usually would not buy already pre-made blanks, like ball blanks or something like that, mostly because that these are a little bit more expensive than slabs like this, and I have much more freedom with the slabs, especially this wide, so I can turn bigger bowls or smaller ones, lots of them, or boxes or anything like that. So I like to have that freedom rather than sort of committing to bowl blank or something like that, although you can cut that as well. But like I said, I have a lot more yield out of these slabs like this. And again, if you are in Europe, I highly recommend that you check out Wimmer Holz sawmill. Link to their website will be in the video description. So usually I like to pick through slabs and pick what I like for my needs, but they actually did a really good job here, and I think when you contact them and explain what you need, I think they will have something that will suit your need as well. And again, just to point out that I'm not sponsored by them by any shape or form. I did get a small discount, but at the end I paid for 490 euros, like I said, with shipping included for this pallet. And I did specify what I want, what I need, and they come through really nicely, and I'm really pleased with the slabs here. And as I always like to say, wood will speak for itself, so there's not much here that I can praise or anything like that. But again, I pay for this, and if you are in the lookout for something specific, this might be a solution for you as well. Again, I might find something similar in Croatia, but I would pay similar price for it. But again, it's really rare to find slabs this thick in variety of species, at least here in Croatia. So I'm really happy to find somebody relatively close by. I mean, it's a driving distance as well, so if I'm sort of in a need or rush, I can always go there and maybe pick through some of the range of choices that they have. So yeah, that's on timber and how I get my lumber, and hopefully you like this video, and see you in the next one. And now I'm going to bed.